This game sucks. And honestly, it pisses me off that this game sucks so much. The great name Double Dribble deserved a better Sega Genesis game than this one. And it really is a pain to play. Well, of course, that means that I was destined to make a video about it. I mean, you guys know me. I can't let any mediocre sports game just go by without making a video. This one, though, this one really pisses me off, and let me show you why. So first of all, the graphics in this game are actually pretty good. The sprites are big, though things are zoomed in a little bit more than they should be. The sound is also at least pretty good. And you can slam dunks home all day long. Now, this game came out in early 1994, which is right in the heart of the NBA Jam era. Now, that's the attitude era of video games, and in this game it really shows. So it turns out you can bulldoze your way past other players if you want. There are no fouls, at least none that I know of. And like I said, some of the dunks are actually pretty cool. But that's really about it for the good stuff. Now, as much as this game makes me upset, I do want to emphasize that this is not the worst basketball game of all time, not even by a long shot. It's just a game that pisses me off, that's all. And there's a lot of stuff to hate here. So for one thing, what's the deal with the way that these guys pass the ball? I mean, the computer loves to do this jump pass thing, and it really drives me nuts. So normally you're supposed to push the C button to steal, but when they do the jump pass, all you can do is jump and hope that you hit the ball. This means you wind up jumping all over the place on defense. And the crazy thing is that the instructions don't even tell you how to do that jump pass. It only tells you that you push the B button and then the control pad to pass. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if you could, actually complete a pass, but you can't. And why can't you? Because the game cheats. I seriously had about 50% of my passes in this game intercepted. It's just totally ridiculous. The best way to move the ball down the court is to just move it down the court. Half the time everyone will just get out of your way and let you have a free slam dunk. Sometimes, though, the computer will actually play defense and will steal the ball from you no matter what you do. Now, this isn't the only basketball game I've played where passing is impossible. Like I said, this is a bad game, but it's not the worst game. Okay, this is Ultimate Basketball on the NES, which is totally horrible. For example, the computer can't even dunk the ball in this game. It just jumps up and comes back down. Unfortunately, it's impossible to make an inbounds pass. I swear, every pass I make in this game is intercepted. It's amazing just how bad this game is. I know, I haven't made a video about that game yet. Now, the reason why is because I'm still trying to psych myself up to sit down and actually play through a full game of that one. I mean, it's going to take a little while for me to get to that point. Now, the other game with ridiculous interceptions is NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the PlayStation. Actually, all of the acclaimed 32-bit versions of Tournament Edition have a similar problem. It's not unplayable though, it's just really annoying. Double Dribble, the Playoff Edition, borders on unplayable. Like, how am I supposed to create opportunities on offense if I can't complete a single pass? I mean, I don't know, maybe they were going after the realistic approach. You know, maybe they were trying to recreate those famous defenses of the early 1990s, the one that old guys like me keep talking about. Well, you know what I'm talking about. This is the era with incredible plays like this one. Even the 1993 All-Star Game had guys playing hard defense like this. And then there were unforgettable moments like this one with Chuck and Scotty going at it, less than a year after they were teammates on the Dream Team. Even the 1980s had good defense at least once in a while, like the Doctor operating in this case. In fact, I need to work harder to watch more of these games. I really want to feature some of this classic stuff in future videos. And, you know, I also want to share with you guys some of my collection. I mean, it's still small, but it's growing. And as many of you know, it can be hard to find some of that vintage basketball stuff, especially old, like, NBA stuff. And so I've created a Patreon to try to share as much of this stuff as I can. Well, I've got a pretty big collection that I've put together over the years. It includes some stuff that is in actually surprisingly good quality considering how old it is. Anyway, check out the link in the description of the video to the Patreon. Now, the other problem with Konami's Double Dribble on the Genesis is that all sorts of like totally bizarre stuff happens. I don't even know how to explain this. Like, you've got these sequences where guys seem to jump almost halfway across the court. And you've got crazy stuff happening underneath the basket. It feels like parts of the game weren't actually completed, to be honest with you. And it really is a shame when you consider that this is a Konami game. But it's especially frustrating because this is a Double Dribble game. Like, if this were an NBA All-Star Challenge game by LJN, I could give it a pass, right? Because we know it's going to suck. Or if this were just a bad Acclaim game, I mean, I could understand it because Acclaim made a lot of really bad games. But this is Konami. Konami's supposed to make good games. The first Double Dribble for the arcades isn't the greatest game in the world. But, I mean, at least it's playable. It takes a while to get used to the dribbling mechanics, sure. And it takes way too long to actually finish a single game. But the game isn't horrible by any means. I can actually get through a game of this without wanting to turn it off. But as you know, the sweet spot was with the NES version of Double Dribble. Exciting Basket for the Famicom Disk System was well done. The disk system had space limitations, of course, which is why this game was so stripped down. But it's still impressive that they could do this kind of 5-on-5 on the NES. And the best part is that you don't see passes intercepted every few minutes. The NES version is even better, of course. Sure, the corner 3 trick is kinda cheap. But it still is a fun game to play, and the computer isn't overwhelmingly difficult. So how come Konami couldn't have just taken the old version of Double Dribble and given it some improved graphics? You know, don't even add in any extra teams. Just give us some graphics and some sound and keep the rest of the game the same. It's not hard and it would have been great. Konami did come up with a bunch of random team names for random cities. It's special. The player names are mostly gibberish. You can substitute players, which is cool, but there's no real reason to do it. It doesn't matter who you put in, you're gonna lose no matter what. Well, fortunately though, Konami didn't give up, and that's why we have series like Run and Gun. Actually, as unbelievable as this is, Run and Gun came out in the arcades before that awful Double Dribble game on the Genesis. I mean, Run and Gun is fantastic. How could you go from creating a masterpiece like that to a piece of garbage like this? Anyway, the thing that makes me happy, makes me somewhat satisfied, is that I'm not the only person who realizes that this Double Dribble game is horrible. GamePro reviewed it on the same page as Barkley Shut Up and Jam, another game I'm going to get to soon. It's interesting, they say Double Dribble was supposed to be a basketball simulation, which is a total joke. There was also apparently an 8-player feature that didn't work, not because of the hardware, but because you couldn't see who you were controlling. Now this is a really bad rating, especially for GamePro. Game Players also gave this game a review, a 2-page review, which is really impressive. The reviewer noted that the game felt like an 8-bit game. And this is a pretty bad rating, mostly because the control and gameplay in this game is just bad. Even Japan's Weekly Famitsu gave this game relatively poor ratings. This actually isn't the worst I've seen, but it gives you an idea. This just isn't a good game no matter how you look at it. But like I said, it's not the worst basketball game I've ever played. I will give it credit for being at least like somewhat capable. So should you play it? No, you shouldn't. Well, maybe if you have a friend and you want to play against each other. Your computer-controlled players do nothing on defense. And they just get in the way on offense. I mean, the whole thing just feels like a total waste of time. And I'm upset because I wanted this to be a good game. Well, I guess this goes to show you that even the best studio can make a bad game. And as for me, I think it's probably time for me to get back to playing NBA Jam for a while to get my spirits back up.